Hi, Thomas. Good to see you. I want to know, did 529s just become a better investment? Congress recently passed the Secure Act. We spoke about a lot of those changes, but
Mhm.
there's a significant one. Basically, now if you have money left over from a college savings plan, also known as a 529, you can roll that money into a Roth account. But let's just start with 529s. What's the pitch for a 529? Who should be considering them?
Yeah, so this is for anybody that wants their child to go to college. You have a newborn, maybe they're 5, 6 years of age. We all know that college costs are astronomical, and you have to put some money away to start saving for college. 529s allow you to put money into an account, and it grows tax deferred. And when you pull money out, that's earmarked for education. That money is tax free. That's going to
Mhm.
go for your room, board, tuition, and all those costs that are associated with going to college. So I think it's a great strategy if you want any of your children to go to college to open up a 529.
Okay, so now since Secure Act 2.0, let's talk about what's new here with 529s.
Right. Yeah. So you can obviously, we talked about this. You can roll up to $35,000 into an IRA or Roth IRA at some point in the future if your child does not decide to go to college. So sometimes we don't, sometimes we can't predict what our children are going to do, right? So when they get to age 16, 17, they can say, hey, mom, dad, I don't want to go to college. I want to do something else. And guess what? That money that you saved over all those years, you can roll it into an IRA up to $35,000 over the child's lifetime. Now, you would be subject to doing what those IRA contribution limits are at that for that particular year. For instance, this year is $6,500, so you would roll $6,500 into the Roth IRA, and you can do up to 35 grand over a period of time. So.
Hmm. So that
Mhm.
does make them more attractive, but does this radically change the equation if I were trying to figure out if I should open a 529?
Yeah, I think it gives you I think it gives you a way to pivot, so that you're not just cemented into the 529. A lot of times before you put the money in the 529, the child then go to college. What are you going to do with that? You have to change the beneficiaries. Now you can earmark that money for that child for their life. Up to 35 grand. So I think it does add another log to the fire in regards to how you're going to build for your child's or future, if you will.
Mhm. Do you make money if a client opens a 529?
I don't personally, no. The most states offer 529s. They have managers that manage the investments in the actual 529s, and you get charged depending on the allocations and the investments in that 529. But I personally don't. But I do help my clients choose and to get enrolled into those
I
plans.
see. Okay.
Mhm.
So last question then. Why not just open a Roth account for my kids, or why not use money from my Roth account to pay for their education?
Right. And that's a strategy for some people, right? But I think like this, I say, okay, if you open up a Roth IRA, that's an individual retirement account. That money's earmarked for you to retire on. Okay. So if you start to pull money out of that, then you're obviously impacting your own retirement. In addition to that, it has income limits. So after a certain amount of income, you can't contribute to a Roth, or you can backdoor it ideally, but that's a restriction. And then there's also contribution limits. 6,500 this year to contribute to a Roth IRA. So if you're
Right.
looking to save aggressively for your child's college, then I would definitely do the 529 route, and especially now that we can actually roll 35 grand over to a Roth account later for them. So.
Yeah, it's such a significant change. This is really interesting. I'm glad we had time to have this conversation, Thomas. If somebody has more questions about a 529 or how to open them, what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, they can definitely reach out to me through my website. It's martinheritagegroup.llc.com. They can shoot me an email, info@martinheritagegroup.llc.com. They can also give me a call at 651-503-6064. And then I'm on all social media platforms at Martin Heritage Group.
All right, Thomas, thank you.
Thank you.